Hello, everybody. How are you doing? It's CJ Atemo again on Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, the Sage, right here. We've had a great week, I believe, because we've been talking about breaking bad habits. This is something that quite a number of people have been reaching out to me about, whether it is on my inbox, via my inbox, or even email, people who are dealing with different things and they just keep on asking, how do I get off this particular habit that I have? So I just thought, to put together this week's teachings on this and wisdom expression just to help somebody who is out there who may not even want me to know that they are battling with certain bad habits, but they're just hoping that they will find help. Now, the purpose we do this is so that you may receive help, get insight, get perspective, and just begin the journey towards personal growth and development. So if you are out over there and you are dealing with some things that you just want to get rid of, you know that they're costing you dearly in terms of relationships and family and friends. They're costing you financially. They are causing your economic status to just either stagnate or even deteriorate. Well, this has been put together for you, and I hope that you will go back and watch. That's why we post the videos on YouTube, which you need to subscribe to. My channel is CJ Atemo, and subscribe over there, set notifications, so every time the videos are uploaded, you'll get to watch, like, post a comment, and share as well. So as you do that and watch over and over, because some things you don't need to hear just once or watch just once, you need to hear it often, over and over, so that it begins to recondition your mind and determine how you will behave as well. As you do that, you will be walking your path to freedom. I've been talking about this from Monday. So the first thing I talked about is to accept that there is a problem. That's the number one. And the letter A, accept that there's a problem. Number two, the letter B was to break the shame of it. The moment you keep feeling like you are, it's embarrassing for you to be doing what you're doing or going through what you're going through, you will remain as a captive of whatever it is that you are handling. So number one is to accept that there's a problem. Number two is to break the shame of it. Number three, control your environment so that you can dry whatever feeds that. Number four, I talked about that yesterday, which is to direct your passions elsewhere. Today, I want to talk about examining your progress. Examining your progress. See, you have to be very honest with where you have been, and you have to be very honest with where you are right now. You continually have to evaluate whether you are making progress or not. I know that there are people, for example, who will tell you, and I'll use this as an example, they will say, I'm trying to break smoking as a habit. I'm trying to just drop the habit of smoking. I don't want it. And they say, I used to smoke like 10 cigarettes in a day. I'm now at 2. Well, they're making progress. They're not completely out of it, but they're making progress. And one of the things about evaluating your progress is that then you can celebrate the wins that you have, even as you gain strength for the battles that are still ahead. You celebrate the wins that you have as you gain strength for the battles that are ahead. Now, anytime you look at how far you have come, you gain the courage, the boldness, and the motivation as well to keep on going. Sometimes when it looks like what is facing you is impossible, you would give up very quickly. Mentally, initially. There are times you face something, you're looking at it, and you think you are not even emotionally in the place to handle it. But if you begin to see that there's actually some change, if you begin to see that there's some progress that you're making, you will get energy to keep on going. Now, we all need encouragement from other people, but the greatest encouragement that we need is from ourselves. And that comes from the fact that we can look back and say that we have made some progress. So it is important for you to, I should have used the word evaluate instead of examine. It's important for you to evaluate your progress. It's important for you to evaluate your progress. Now, sometimes that will mean that you've got to sit down with somebody else who is an accountability person or partner to you, somebody that you have spoken with. When we were talking about breaking the shame over it, I did say you can look for a counselor, a therapist, a coach, a trusted friend, probably your spouse, whoever that may be, your parent, and talk to them about what you're dealing with so that they can help you walk through it and walk with it. Now, if you have that kind of a person in your life, they can be of help to you to evaluate the progress that you have made. So you can be talking about, well, I've gone 3 weeks without doing this. I have gone for a whole month without doing this. And then they begin to, cement on what have you done right and what are the things that you're still struggling to do that will help you break the bad habits. It's important always to know that there's somebody cheering you on, but then it's got to come from the inside. Because again, if everybody around you wants you to break the habits, but you don't have the strength, eventually they will get drained. But if you also want it, their strength just energizes you to do what you already feel in your mind that you need to do. So whether you were trying to shed off some eating habits that you have, you feel like you are overeating and it is affecting your health, or you're eating certain things and it's affecting your health, whether you feel you're addicted to certain drinks, it could even just be something like coffee, it could be something like fizzy drinks and stuff, and you feel like these are bad habits, they're affecting my health, they're affecting everything that I do. Well, if you have been doing a lot of that and then now you can say, I've actually brought it down by half, you are on the path to freedom, and you need to celebrate that. So over and over, you need to take some time and evaluate the progress. Now, I've got to say this as well, that there are certain things that you cannot evaluate daily. There are certain things that you will need to give time. I'll use the example of if you want to shed off weight, and that, I'm not saying that weight is a bad habit, I'm just using that as an example. But if you're trying to shed off weight, you can't go to the gym or run today and then go back in the evening and try and see whether you have achieved your goals. You will not have achieved your goals. You've just started a journey. It's a process. Now, in the same manner, if you want to actually stay on course, give yourself time. You can do monthly evaluations. You can do quarterly evaluations, depending on what you're dealing with. It could be your money spending habits that have been bad habits and you need to shake off that. So you can be going back to look at your monthly statements, your expenditure, what you've been spending money on. You can be looking at that monthly, not just necessarily daily, and trying to see whether you saved some money by changing certain habits. Some of us, our bad habits are how we spend. We are addicted to shopping. We will buy stuff that we don't need and just hoard them right over there. You'll have a whole room that is full of shoes that you will never wear, yet you still can't say no to the shoes you will see tomorrow and keep on spending. Then you ask yourself, where does my money go? Well, your money is right over there in your closet. If you will sell off some of them, you probably would be at a good place. So we need to keep on evaluating our progress. Like, how much am I spending now? Since I started putting myself on this plan, how much am I spending now? Since I started going through this process, am I out every night? Or have I reduced it to probably just one night a week? Now, don't allow now somebody else who comes in, who finds you doing the one night a week, don't allow them to make you feel like you have not changed, because you're evaluating progress. You're looking at where you have come from to get to the place you are in. You are not where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be. That can only come from you and from the people who are around you. So continually evaluate your progress and then build on your strengths, even as you gain energy to fight in the areas that you still need to fight. Now, even if you never win 100%, if you get to 95, if you get to 89, you will have done so well. This is all the time that I've had for you today, and of course this week on Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, C.J. Atemo the Sage. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, C.J. Atemo. Let's see you right over there. Let's connect on LinkedIn, on Facebook, Instagram, on Twitter. It's all CJ Atemo everywhere. And if you need to send me mail, cjatsol@gmail.com. Let's interact, let's